One day, you will be placed in the ground, alone. No voice, no movement.
Know that death is an appointment every soul must keep.
The first night in the grave is preceded by the soul's departure. It is said that the spirit's departure begins with a coldness, spreading slowly through the limbs until it reaches the heart.
And then the soul arrives here, at the throat. The gaze follows it upward.
The pain of death is the pain of separation. It is the soul being wrenched from the body. The first night in the grave is the final test. If your belief is not absolute, the darkness of doubt will consume you. Inner peace at the moment of death comes from sincere preparation. When you have lived consciously,
We live our lives as if death will never touch us, but the grave calls every soul. Woe to the one unprepared.
therefore, know that death is not annihilation, but
And when they have buried him and the people start to leave, he hears the sound of their footsteps. He is fully
the return to the earth is inevitable for all souls. It is here, in this solitude, that the journey truly begins. The deceased is aware. They hear the final footsteps of their loved ones walking away, leaving them utterly alone in the darkness of the grave. The first trial is the closing of the grave. The earth presses in, narrowing the space, reminding the spirit. When a person is placed in the grave, the first thing they face is the questioning regarding their deeds. The sudden arrival of the unseen entities fills the grave with immediate terror. The shock is profound, a confrontation overwhelming the senses. Through preparedness, the grave experience is transformed. We find clear answers, bringing profound relief and peace to the soul. If we neglect these truths, we risk great confusion when questioned in the grave, leading to unimaginable distress.
The comfort we find in the grave is a direct reflection of the goodness we sent forth in our lives.
Your deeds in this life determine your fate in the grave. Therefore, prepare for that day, for indeed, your deeds in this life are the only true measure of what awaits you.
The grave is not the end, but merely the first stage of the journey. It is a waiting realm where the soul resides.
The moment one enters the waiting realm, the conventional understanding of time dissolves.
When we arrive in the waiting realm, the veils are lifted. We recognize the souls of our loved ones, and the souls there ask about those still alive, seeking news. They are deeply
That you send through charity and prayer truly reaches those in the waiting realm, easing their journey. When good news arrives from the living world, the joy we feel is immense. It confirms that the bonds of love remain unbroken. When the living stray into darkness, the souls awaiting judgment are burdened with sorrow, witnessing the continuation of harmful deeds they cannot stop. We must understand that for the prepared soul, the time spent waiting is a period of immense peace and comfort. We must prepare for the waiting realm. The waiting realm is a time of profound stillness. It is there we learn the true meaning of patience as we await the final awakening. The awakening is not gradual, but a sudden shift. A new reality dawns upon the soul. We will all rise together from the earth. No one, absolutely no one, will be left behind. They awaken in a state of profound confusion, realizing with sudden, stark clarity the truth they previously ignored. We must understand that every breath taken, every deed done, is recorded.
When the final awakening comes, fear will grip the gathering as they face the consequences of their lives.
For those who lived righteously, there is no need for fear. Only hope remains, and the time of gathering is over. Now begins the separation, where souls are divided, moving towards light or shadow. And so the separation begins. For when the final awakening comes, Humanity is divided. Every breath we took, every word we uttered is recorded. Nothing, absolutely nothing, has been forgotten. We stand now in the silence, the terrifying stillness before the final judgment. Every soul awaits the decree. And so the reckoning begins. It is crucial to understand that judgment awaits every...
And so, after the reckoning, they are granted a profound reassurance. They find
understand the true value of life until it is suddenly taken from us. It is then that regret becomes an unbearable burden.
the paths now fully divide, and there is no return or reversal. The separation between the final...
For those who have lived a life of faith, the journey concludes not in darkness, but in a state of eternal peace and radiant tranquility. When the journey ends, those who rejected the path find themselves utterly alone, surrounded only by the darkness they chose.
The greatest joy of the hereafter is surely the reunion with those we love, a gathering without end or separation. We chase the fleeting pleasures of this world, only to realize in the end that our attachments here meant nothing. For those who prepared well, the journey ends in immense joy. They move towards a light that encompasses all peace and serenity.
And then the certainty arrives. All questions are answered, all doubts are lifted, and the truth is fully revealed.
Every soul is now directed toward a final place. Understand that there is no return after this pause.
When the soul is prepared, the transition is seamless. There is a deep calm, an eternal serenity. The greatest sorrow is realizing the permanence of your neglect. These consequences, they are forever etched into your soul.
And so the journey concludes. We arrive at last, finding eternal peace as the door
Rejected the guidance, the separation is now permanent. There is no turning back.
The feeling of safety is absolute. No fear remains, only the tranquility of eternal settlement.
The truth is now fully established. All avenues for excuses have been completely removed.
True joy is realizing there is no end. No fear of loss, only eternal happiness awaiting us. The journey concludes with the cessation of all fear and sorrow. What remains is an eternal settlement of... In the end, the journey beyond death is merely the manifestation of how we lived. Our choices define our eternal home. The journey after death holds a profound lesson for us all. Life itself is merely preparation for what is to come. Life passes faster than we expect. The signs are everywhere, yet we often live as if death will never reach us. When the time comes, know that only your actions will remain. Everything else, wealth, status, possessions, surface.
These worldly attachments, your wealth and status, are temporary illusions. They will turn to dust.
They accompany you to the grave, yes, but there they must stop. The path that lies beyond is one you must walk entirely alone. Indeed, the lasting companionship we seek is found in our own good deeds. They do not fade.
Be warned, the ill deeds you send forth into the world do not vanish. They return to you as a crushing burden on the soul.
Reflect upon your life now, while time still remains. The opportunity for change is before you. Do not let it slip away. Choose wisely while time remains. This life, my friends, is not the destination. It is merely a temporary stop on the journey back to our Creator.
Understand that this life is a profound test. Every choice, big or small, matters.
Shaping the in this world is transient. Do not be deceived by the illusion of permanence, for everything shall pass away. Death is not the end, but it is certain. Every soul shall taste it, and there is no escape from this reality. The grave is the first station of the hereafter. It is the beginning of the unseen journey and the first stage of the reckoning. Indeed, the grave is solitary confinement. No friend or family remains with you there, only your actions. For those who prepared, the grave is a place of comfort and light.
The greatest regret on that day will be for those who neglected their preparation. Hardship awaits the unprepared soul in the hereafter. Preparation is the only protection you have. You must act before it is too late.
The night is drawing to a close. Have we taken account of our deeds before we are called to account? The journey from life to death is a path every soul must face. This journey is also yours. Time slips away silently. The journey is long, but take heart. Even now, the doors of opportunity and repentance remain. We are reminded that the grave is a silent destination, waiting patiently for every single one of us.
Remember this well. When that moment comes, no one will stand with you there. You will stand utterly alone. We must remember that ultimately, only our actions truly speak. Everything else fades away. Nothing else matters in the end. Understand that the decision is still possible. Choose your path wisely, for the consequences are eternal.